Yo, chefs, check this out. Okay, I'll leave the dancing up to you. You leave the cooking up to me. Today, we're making a hopped up version of a broccoli potato soup that'll help you keep your step. Check this out. And the ingredients are onion, scrubbed potatoes, broccoli, vegetable stock, garlic, toasted pumpkin seeds, Dijon mustard, olive oil, and nutmeg. What's great about making pureed soup is that later on we're gonna puree it with an emulsion blender, so we don't even have to worry about cutting small fine dices. Everything's gonna get all cut up. Remember, chefs, when chopping anything, always keep your fingers away from the blade and stay concentrated on what you're doing. Next up, potatoes. Now before I scrubbed and really washed these potatoes really well, so we're leaving the skin on because it's an extra source of fiber. Finally, the broccoli. Cut off about 1 inch of the stem. Cut the broccoli into florets or fleurets. Small little trees is what I like to call them because that's what they look like. And the stem, just chop it up. You want bite-sized pieces because they're going to cook really quickly in the stock later on. Now for the garlic, I like to smash it on with the back of a knife just to loosen the skin up. But I'm not even going to chop this. I'm going to put it in there whole. So let's get our pot heated up. Add the olive oil. Let's add the onions and garlic. Okay, let's give these a quick stir. And it's really important when you're sweating the onions and the garlic not to burn either or else you're going to have a burnt, bitter taste in your soup, and that's just awful. Let's add the potatoes. I have about 6 cups of vegetable broth. Chefs, be careful. It might splash a little, so go slowly because you don't want to mess your kitchen up or burn yourself. Cover this and cook it for about 10 minutes, and then we'll add the broccoli. Hey, let's check those potatoes. Just checking to see if the potatoes are tender. They're good to go. Add the broccoli. Give it a quick stir. And cook the broccoli for about 5 minutes. Oh yeah, that looks ready. Now I have a great little tool here that's going to help us puree. It's an immersion blender. We have to be careful because the blade on the other side is open. So it's not a toy. You don't want to play around with it. Also, keep it firmly pushed up against the bottom of the pan or else, let me put it this way, the soup will be all over you. Put it in, let it rip. You can puree this and keep it chunky or make it as smooth as you want. I like mine a little smoother, but with a few little chunks in it. So I'm just going to add a little pinch of salt, some coarse ground black pepper, the mustard. This will actually give it kind of a cheesy flavor, believe it or not. Bit of nutmeg. Now listen, nutmeg is such a powerful spice, you don't want to use too much. Just a little bit goes a long way. Give it one more blend. Let's plate this baby up. Now chefs, protect yourselves, the handle might be hot. Top it off with a little toasted pumpkin seeds. Gotta add a bit of red. Just a couple little drops of low-fat yogurt. All right, chefs, there you have it. My broccoli potato soup. Healthy, hearty, and keeps you pumped. Here's a healthy sandwich recipe to go along with that soup. Grilled apple cheese sandwich, but mine's open-faced. The ingredients are some multigrain bread, whole grain mustard, non-hydrogenated margarine, apple butter, low-fat Swiss cheese, an apple, and some mixed vegetables for garnish. Spread some of the non-hydrogenated margarine on one side of each bread slice. Just a little bit. You don't have to use all of it. Just enough to cover the bread. And put the slice of bread, margarine side down, in the pan. With a spoon, just mix in the whole grain mustard into the apple butter. Lightly spread half of the mustard apple butter mixture on each slice of bread. Next, let's core the apple. I can't seem to find my apple core, so I'm going to use a melon baller. The smaller melon ball scooper. Just go make little apple balls down the center, trying to get that core out. Slice the apple in really thin slices. Cut yourself a little base to stabilize. Remember, keep your fingers away from the blade. Arrange the apple slices on the sandwich. I'll put about 3 per slice. About, maybe 1 more. And grate the low-fat Swiss cheese. The great thing about grating is that the cheese distributes more evenly, so you don't have to put as much, and it melts really nicely under the broiler. Put a good amount, but not too much cheese. Since this is an open-faced grilled apple cheese sandwich, we have to grill one side on the stove and the other side in the broiler. So just put your pan on, medium to medium-low heat. Just grill it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Let's make our vegetable slaw. I have this grate here, so I'm going to grate the carrot. Chefs, listen, I don't want to see a recreation of what I'm doing up here. I want some originality. I think I'm going to grate the radish as well. I'm going to make a quick slaw by just adding a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Give it a quick toss. Add some black pepper. And let this mix mingle. Let the flavors marry. We're just about ready to go to the broiler, so protect yourself. It's going to be hot under there. Broil these for about 2 to 3 minutes, but don't let them burn. Whoa, they look just about done. Nice. Let's get a plate. Watch out, these are going to be really hot, so you might want to use either an oven mitt or some tongs. Now I'm just plating one of these because it's a serving for 2 people. Get some of these green sprouts and our slaw. Ooh, I think we need to add one last thing. A little more apple. Remember, chefs, presentation points count too. I want to see some creativity. Whoa, grilled apple cheese sandwich. My kind of grilled cheese. All right, chefs, it's your turn. Get in the ring.